Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I have an acrylic powder nail kit from Saviland. They sent this over to me like months and months ago. I'm so sorry for keeping you guys waiting, but in a way I'm kind of glad that I waited, because if I didn't have one particular acrylic powder, I wouldn't be able to do this nail set, and I love the way these turned out. So let's just go ahead and get right into the unboxing. Once you open it, of course it comes with the powders, and then it also has this little pamphlet here to show you all of the directions, instructions, where to contact them and everything like that, just nail tips. Feel free to pause and read if you would like to, but I kind of already know like the basics and everything. So this is what the powders look like. You do get 20 powders in here. So let's just go ahead and take a look at one of them. This is what the jar looks like up close. It is 0.35 ounces, which is also 10 grams. So these jars are really small. Opening them up, they do have a little seal protection. Of course, we love seal protection so that our powder doesn't waste in the packaging. And I also wanted to take a look at another one. This gold one was like really calling my name, so I wanted to show you guys this one up close. I'm not going to be showing all of them like I normally do, because this video is going to be a long one, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, that's what the powders look like, and now I'm going to be taking all of them out so we can get into swatches. And as I was laying them out, I did notice under one, like I don't know why I didn't look, but they do have little name labels underneath them. And the one I showed was called Shiny Pink, which is a really pretty like glittery pink. So now I'm just going to go ahead and swatch all of these powders. I do like the variety and range of colors that they have. I do feel like there's a lot of different colors where you can make tons of different nail sets out of. One thing I will say about these powders though, I do think they are a little bit chalky. I mean, that's kind of expected, at least for me, since they are like very beginner friendly, or since it's not really that expensive. These are very affordable on Amazon, and I'm definitely not saying that you have to go buy these, but just in case you are interested, if you are just learning or if you want to practice with less expensive acrylic powders, I will have the link down below for you to purchase. But you do not have to buy these if you don't like what you see in today's video. The monomer I'm using, as always, I use my low odor not polished monomer with a few of their neutralizer drops. It helps a ton. I really love the smell of it. It kind of has like a little sweet smell to it, so I love adding that in there. But yeah, I really do love these colors. When I pick up the bead of acrylic powder, some of them kind of look spiky. That's to me, like from experience, when I have those types of powders and the powders become like very spiky, it's either because I haven't picked up enough monomer on the brush, or if the powders turn out to be chalky. Like I don't know, like that's just my experience with them. I don't really know if it's been like tested, proven, or said, but to me, in my experience, like I said, I do feel like that is a sign of like cheaper acrylics, or like beginner friendly / inexpensive powders, like those types. So I'm finally done swatching all 20 powders. Watching that back was so satisfying. But yeah, here are what the colors look like. They have so many pretty colors in this kit, and like I said, I will leave the link down below. And I really love how this particular one have like my favorite colors. It has a few shades of pink, it also has purple, a few nudes, and like it also has blues and greens with 3 glitters, so that's always good to have. Now after I swatch these on like a paper towel like I do here, I usually put these back in the box and I just set them to the side, and I never reach for them again. But with my new space, I kind of want to have like all of my powders kind of displayed. So the reason I don't really go back to them is just because I don't really know like what colors and shades that the kit have. So I came up with this, well, I didn't come up with it, but I decided to swatch them this really cute way that didn't really take much time at all. I just put a little bead on the top of the lid of what color it is. Yeah, not really focusing too well. I did kind of want them to be a little bit neater, but I just do them like this. And as you can see, that color had a little bit of marbling in it, so I did put the top back on it. I gave it a shake and then I tried it again, and it still had a little bit of marble in it. I guess that's just the powders. Like I said, these are very inexpensive, so if you have troubles or like you want to find a cute way to swatch your powders, I do have the little the heart swatches, but I want to use those for my bigger ones. But if you do want to find a cute way to swatch all of your smaller powders, this would be a really cute and easy way for you to do so. And this is what all of them look like once I finish. I love the way they look, and now I can just look at the tops, know exactly what color I'm going to get, and like I said, I think it's very cute. So let's get into the nail set. So to start off, of course, we need some nail tips. So I'm starting by applying my 3XL square non-C-curve tips from Crafts by None. These are my favorite tips. I talk very highly of these, and also they are now available in the box. They used to come in the baggies, and you know how the baggies are so annoying, so she did put them in boxes, which I really appreciate. I do have a PR package from her that's coming soon, and once I had them applied, I do clip them down to my desired length. I wanted them to be long, but not too long, but also not too short. And I'm just gonna go right in with my application. So these are the 3 colors that I picked out. It's not really that shocking that I went with pinks, but I'm gonna tell you specifically why I chose these colors. So as I was swatching these colors, when I swatched the glitter pink, I just instantly got like Monster High vibes. Like, I honestly could not shake the feeling. And then once I started thinking the gold one that I showed when I swatched it, I also thought of the other character from Monster High, Cleo, the Egyptian mummy. I was going back and forth, like it literally took me a day to figure out if I wanted to do both or just Cleo. Like, for some reason I really wanted to do her instead because I felt like the gold was just like next level. But since the colors I had fit, I believe her name is 𝓷𝑗𝐿𝑎ura, since the colors I had fit her better, I just ended up doing one of the characters, and I'm going to be doing her. So I'm just starting off by using one of the lighter pinks on my pinky. And yeah, this application, I say this application was pretty good, even though I do say these powders are like beginner friendly and inexpensive. Like, I guess it just depends on the brand. Sometimes it depends on the temperature in the room, the monomer you're using, the brush you're using. So that's why I don't really want to like say too much, because maybe it's just my experience. I am a little bit more advanced when it comes to acrylic powders, so I know how to make them work. So like, if you were to get them, maybe yours aren't this smooth or you have more problems with them. That's why I don't really want to put like too much or like say too much, because we all have different experiences. But as you can see, like, this acrylic is going on very good. It is still kind of like chalky a little bit. I did have some getting stuck in my brush, but I did just make sure that my brush was clean throughout the entire design. Make sure to keep wiping it on my paper towel. So even though this powder is kind of chalky, it gets really smooth. For me, it was very easy to like blend out and smooth out with the rest of the existing powder. I think I'm using about the same amount of monomer that I usually use. Like, for different brands, I know they say sometimes you need more powder or more monomer. I think I kind of just use like the same amount as I do with other brands, and it still just come out fine. So it works for me. So that's just how I'm going to be doing my application. And as you can see, I'm not really building this color up too much. I just put a little bit just for the base layer, and then of course I will go back to encapsulate everything. So once I was finished with my pinky, I did take like the lighter, almost like a really pale eggshell, really soft nude pink. It kind of looks more like whitish on camera, but in person it does kind of give off like a more pale pink vibe. I'm going in with that one on my ring finger, and this application is going to be very simple. I don't feel like there's really much to explain, but when doing your application, work with as many beads as you would like to, because before I started using acrylic, like, the videos I would always watch was like very specifically saying like use the 3-bead ball method or whatever it's called, or like the 4-bead method. But honestly, I just go in with as many beads as I would like to, and just make sure I get the nail as smooth as I can get it. I also make sure to keep in my size. It helps a lot when it comes to filing and debulking the nail, shaping it, because this filing went by so fast. Like, I'm honestly not even kidding. But yeah, that's just going to be it for my application. I am going to be using these two colors again for my middle and my pointer finger, and then I'm also going to be using that glittery gold on my thumb. So the rest of this video is going to be very enjoyable if you love to watch acrylic application. If you don't want to watch this part, feel free to go ahead and skip to the nail art, because like I said, this video is kind of long. I'm actually surprised I got this narrowed down to like 32 minutes because this video took me 6 hours to film. And like it just took so much time, but I was patient. I didn't rush anything, and I absolutely loved the way it turned out. So I'm going to speed up the rest of the nails just a little bit more than the other two. Everything in this video will be kind of sped up just so I can get through it faster, as I always say. So like I said, feel free to just go ahead and skip to the nail art if you don't want to stick around for this part. Even though I am hoping that you do, it will really help my audience retention and just help my video to be pushed out to more people. So yeah, if you are enjoying the video so far, if you're still watching, make sure that you go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new, welcome. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and I'm just gonna let the rest of the part play out until I come back to do my nail art. Watching the application for my thumb was like so satisfying. It's kind of a bummer though that I only use this glitter on one nail, which is my thumb, and it kind of doesn't get showcased as much as the other fingers. But for the design I'm going for, I didn't really need like such a harsh glitter, even though I did get my inspo from this glitter. Like it just wasn't going to work on the other ones. So this is what it looks like after my application. Here is what it looks like once I've encapsulated. And as you can see on my thumb, well, if you can see a little bit, I did add a little bit of some Secret Nail Affair glitters just to kind of give it a more pop, because I am going to be doing some extreme nail art on that one. And then here are the nails once I finish shaping and filing. I actually think I went in with like a little bit more buffing and just shaping up the free edge after I did this clip. So I actually did a little bit more, but this is what it looks like. And now it's time to do the nail art. I'm super excited. So throughout this whole entire video, my nail space was just everywhere. Like, I had gel polish getting stuck to my glove, curing to my glove, like it was just all over the place. Whenever I do nail art like this, it gets very messy. And I was mixing gel polishes to get the specific shade I wanted. Like, it was just all over the place. The process of this is so satisfying to watch. And on my middle finger, I did mix up 2 gel polishes. One was from Nail Addict, well, Nail Reserve, and the other was from Madam Glam. I don't remember the names, but they were both like very pretty pink shades. I wanted it to be like a very pale pink for her skin. And I'm just going in and just outlining basically the shape of her head. I have noticed this is the easiest way to do nail art for me, especially like faces and stuff like this. Just to do the shape of it first and then clean everything up, then outline it. Because even if your lines aren't really straight from like the first blob that you put, you can just go ahead and clean it up with the black outline and make it a little bit neater, because you can overlap and just basically clean it up. So I'm just doing that. Here I'm just doing her neck, and once I finish, I make sure everything is all neat. I go to cure it, and then I'll go in with the outline just so I can get like an idea of what I'm going to be doing. I did have a reference picture. I'll pop it up right here. And I was just kind of like, I had it zoomed in to where I just see like the side of her face, and I just kind of mimicked that because I'm not going to be doing the whole entire face. That would have been too much. And remember I said I was going to do like both of them. I'm so glad that I only did one, because trying to do both faces would have took all day, like not even kidding. But here is the outline, and I was doing this so slow. My hands were so shaky. You can kind of tell like right here, and throughout the entire video my hands were so shaky, but like I was gonna just take my time and make sure that it was really neat. For my outline, I'm using nailsbydev gel liner paint. I love this stuff. I want to get more of her colors because she do have more. I also want to try her gel polishes. She's one of the reasons I kind of want to like start doing nail art like this, because if you've seen her work, she is like so talented. Like, she does so many details. Like, I just look at the nails and be like, how does she even do that? Like, it's just so amazing to me that someone can come up with stuff like that on a teeny nail. Like, it just always shocks me. She never disappoints. She has amazing nail art. And here I'm using a really pretty bubblegum pink for her lips. When I was drawing like her eyes and her lips, I got like brat vibes. You know how they have like the really big lips and like the really round eyes? Like, I was getting brat vibes. As I was doing this nail set, I didn't know like what parts I was gonna show, because I just know it would have been all over the place, but I did try to keep most of it in. I just sped it up so you guys aren't sitting here for too long. And every time I did something, it looks so much better once I outlined it. The brushes I'm using, this is nailsbydev, I believe it's the 9mm brush. And then I also had like a cleanup brush. I did a little bit of cleanup off camera. Then after each one of them, I did have to bring it closer to my face just to kind of make sure that like everything was where it needed to be, because as you guys know, it's really hard to like film and have it like really neat. So once I was finished with everything, I brought it up to my face so that I can really see, get in those really nice details, and then I cured. So each time I add like a color, I do flash cure for 15 seconds in my light just to make sure I don't mess up anything. I believe I needed to do the eye first because I feel like adding the eye just kind of gives you like a more like vivid picture of how it's gonna come out. So I'm just doing her little eyelashes. I think my eyelashes could have been better, but I do think they are still pretty good. I know my sister was like praising me for this design. Like she kept looking at me like, how did you do that? Basically the same way I look at Dev nails and be like, how did she do that? So I just know these turned out so bomb, and I'm super happy at how they turned out. Then here I'm just outlining her lips, making sure to get that little bump for the middle. Then I flash cured, and now I'm going in with also Nails by Dev white gel paint, well, her liner gel, and I'm creating her teeth and also a little fang because she is a vampire or bat. I'm not really familiar with like the story Monster High. I just know the characters from it being on TV, but yeah, I'm just doing a little fang, and then I cured that, and then of course I'm going to be outlining it to give it more detail. And I don't know why, I just had like a brain fart. I actually had to Google like what type of monster she is, and she is a vampire. It literally says it in her name. Her name is Draculaura, and yeah, I don't know why, she is a vampire, and that is why I'm doing the fang. Now moving on to the hair, I do feel like the hair was like the most hardest part for me. Like the picture, I was just trying to go off the picture, and the easiest way to do the hair is to do the lighter color first instead of doing the black. So I'm just going in, I'm going in and filling in all the light spaces, basically how the picture is, and then like I said, I'll go in and do the black and just kind of outline it to clean it up a little bit. And it's always easier to add on a dark color on top of a lighter color instead of adding a lighter to dark, because if you have a dark color underneath, the lighter color may not show. So that's why I did the pink first. And the first section of her hair I'm doing is her bang, and she has like these pink and black stripes. And then once I was done with the bang part of her hair, I'm going in with like the other part, which is like her ponytail section. Well, the top of her ponytail section. Like I said, I'm just trying to copy the picture as best I can, and we need to like switch up the colors for this one because it's kind of like highlight parts. Like it's gonna give it that illusion to where it's like going up and not down like the bangs are. So instead of using the darker pinks, I am switching to the lighter pinks and just doing that. But for the black, I'm still going to use the blacks just to kind of give it that contrast. And I'm basically just doing the same thing. Like I said, her hair was the most hardest part to do. It wasn't really hard, but it was just like I had to keep curing and going back. Of course, I'm only using one brush, so I had to keep cleaning off this brush, and it was like very just like time consuming not to mess up the polish colors or try not to contaminate my colors with the black, which I actually did a few times with the white, but I just dipped it off of the top, and that's how I fixed that. But I'm just going in and finishing up her hair, just basically doing the same thing. But as you can see, it's starting to come out so good. Like if you haven't liked this video already, please make sure that you go ahead and give it a like, because this took me so long to do. I just really would appreciate like just to feel like all of my hard work and all of my time paid off. So if you haven't liked the video already, please make sure that you do so. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see the finished look. So now to give her hair more of like details, and in her hair she have like the opposite colors to give it like that highlight and just bring in more detail. So for the darker pink that I started with on her bangs, I'm adding the lighter pink that I used for the back. And then also for the black, I did have this purple kind of gel polish, and I pulled it out not really knowing that I would actually use it. So that color was actually perfect, because just like on the picture, they had a purple color for like the black highlights and detail. And as for like the back of the hair, instead of using the lighter pink, I'm going to be using the darker pink at the backs of it, just to give it like that illusion that is going back and not down. Then also for her hair, I did kind of bump it out a little bit more because I felt like it was a little bit too skinny. She has like a really high ponytail. It's not actually like one ponytail. She has like pigtails, but on the picture they're like really high and kind of like dramatic. But I just kind of did whatever for her hair just because I didn't have enough space. So I just kind of had it like flowing out like that as if it's going into a ponytail. I also tried to do something for her earring. She has like a paper clip or a safety pin or something for her earring. I just did like little circle lines, just trying to give it like her earring look. And then I added the pink heart right below her eye. I also finished off her clothes. She has like a little back wing for her collar, so I just kind of did what I felt like was decent for that, and then I cured that. Now I'm moving on to the next nail. I'm so happy the first one was over with because that took me the longest time. And I'm going to the ring finger. I'm starting off by putting a pink heart right in the center and adding to that heart. I did cure that for 30 seconds and I'm just adding some bat wings to it. It was very easy to do. Once I finish this side, I'm going to cure for 15 seconds just to flash cure. Then I'm going to add another bat wing to the other side of this heart. And to also finish up that heart, I did add some little black dots in it just to kind of give it a little bit more. And then I'm also taking that lighter shade of pink and I'm just gonna be creating some lips and like some vampire teeth. It was so easy to do. I did just kind of cut out the other part because I felt like the fangs were the most interesting part about the lips, so I just decided to show that one. And of course, outlining it makes everything better because at first I was like, what is this? But when I outlined it, it turned out so good. And also adding to the same nail, I did sort of like a coffin shape, and then now I'm taking the white just to kind of give it some dimension as if it's like 3D. I'm taking my white, not really outlining it, putting it like just above where the outline is, if that makes sense. And then once I finish that, I'm just writing RIP on there. And after that, I did add like a little bit more detail to this nail, added some more dots, 4 pointed stars, and I also added some little blood drips to the lips of it with that purple gel polish, and I think it turned out so freaking cute. And now moving on to my pinky nail, I just put little dots going down the nail, filling those in with black smaller dots, and those are gonna be like the holes that the laces are gonna go through. And this nail is going to represent like her outfit or like her boots, how she have like the nets. I'm not really looking at it right now, so I can't really remember, but I do think it's like her shoes, how she have like the laces in her boots. And I do feel like this is a major part of her outfit and kind of gives off like that signature look from her, which is why I felt it necessary to add into the design. And as I was doing this, I thought it was straight, but once I finished, I kind of looked at it and the design is more to like the right side of the nail. Like looking at it this way, it's kind of more like right sided, but I felt like since I was gonna mostly take my pictures in like this position, it didn't really matter that much, but in fact it is kind of crooked. I wasn't gonna file it off or whatever, so I just left it like that. And then going into the last nail I'm going to be doing nail art on, my camera actually cut off because I ran out of space. I was recording so much footage, so I did have to get my computer, just airdrop some of my footage to it and delete it from my phone so I can have more space. And while it was doing that, I just went ahead and finished up the nail. I did a little heart with a spider web at the tip of my pointer finger, and then also I added a little skull hand charm to my thumb just to add a little bit more to that one. And now I'm just gonna go in with a top coat, and I love how the top coat brought this entire set to life. And after our top coat, of course, we're gonna add some cuticle oil, and I will be back to show you guys what the finished set looks like. And then after rubbing in my cuticle oil, this is how the finished set looks. Like I said, I am so proud of myself for doing this. It took me a very long time, so I would appreciate if you guys liked and subscribed. Let me know my hard work paid off. But doing this nail art, like, it really was a challenge for me, and like I said, I'm really glad that it came out so nice. Which also just goes to show that you can do anything that you put your mind to, because the only thing I've done like really nail artsy like this was like the aliens from like 2 or 3 videos ago, and compared to this, that was like nothing. And each time I just get better and better, which is why I'm just so proud of myself. Like, I keep saying that, but like honestly, I'm just so proud of myself because like I just never knew that I had this in me. So you can most definitely achieve anything that you put your mind to. As far as the acrylic powders, I did enjoy using them. I did like the colors. They are very beginner friendly and very inexpensive, so I will leave the link down below if you would like to try them out. When I got done with these nails, the sun was going down and my lighting was like really harsh, so I did have to keep these on. I do have them on right now doing this voiceover. I'm waiting to take more pictures, and actually I kind of don't want to take them off, but I also do want to do like Cleo because I really want to use that gold. So in the future, I'm gonna make it my mission to at least do something with her theme in it. So yeah, that's that. I really enjoyed doing this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.